Welcome once again to my channel. I am in my basement. Don't be surprised, I'm wearing the Hardware Money pulley. This is my other channel, Hardware Flipper. In case you know me from the Hardware Money channel, it is what it is. But on this channel, which is the Hardware Flipper channel, I kind of relate with you guys, show you the behind the scene of what I do in my business, which is to sell used computers, laptops, monitors and stuff like that on eBay and also on my website. Of course, most of the time I make videos in the warehouse, where I do a lot of stunts, action, showing you guys some of the behind the scenes, the things I've sold, what the customers are sending back and stuff like that. But at other times, I'm here like today, just in my warehouse, doing the things that will not be directly referred to as, customer facing functions. These are the things like more like strategy, trying to plan, trying to see how I can make, listing better, trying to reach out, to new suppliers and stuff like that. This thing also takes a lot of time. And sometimes when I have to do like sit down for an extended period of time, sometimes setting up your whole operation, because the idea now, or if you case you didn't know, the business, the model right now is that you have to have something you are doing, perhaps a business. And while you are doing that, you put on the camera, to capture the data that you are generating, because if you're an eBay seller, you are generating a lot of data. You going to thrift, you going to wherever you buy your stuff, you going to pick up stuff from private homes and stuff like that. All these are serious data, behind the scenes data. People want to see this. So if you can combine this, your activities, and with a camera on your side, which is kind of difficult if you have a conventional camera, but with this thing right here, with the phone, I tell you that problem has been solved, because when you have a phone, you can easily be doing whatever you are doing and have a phone just, capture these brief moments in between. And when you come back home in the evening or whenever you have time, you can join these footages together and boom, post it on YouTube. You have the chance to actually open a new business line just by you documenting your activities. These are data. So what am I saying? Sometimes we have to make sure that the processes are right, because if you do not do it correctly, you might be stressed at the end of the day. When I started making YouTube videos and also trying to, do my daily function, talking about 2-3 years ago when eBay was like booming. Yeah, you are selling things, people are, reaching out to you. Things are a little bit calm now, but I understand that it's just a phase of the business. You see, if you do not do it correctly, you might be stressed. You might be stressed. You come home in the evening, you are kind of knocked out. You do not know what your left from your right. You are tired. And then you say to yourself, no, I don't want to do this for me, or I don't want to stress myself out. And before you know it, you forget about this aspect of money making, which is you documenting the data you're generating and posting on a platform, say YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, which I kind of realized that Facebook is also kind of paying people to create content. But we're going to leave that for another day. What am I saying? Guys, you have to be open to trying new things. This is something I keep seeing over and over and again. People are kind of just stuck with their business model, and even when the business is not working, they are still there just waiting, relaxing, hoping. If you want to succeed, guys, you have to be open to trying new things. And some of those things that you might want to try, they might be very, very uncomfortable. And that is where, the trick lies. It might be very, very uncomfortable. So before you know it, your lizard brain or your head is going to tell you, please don't try it. This is something that you are not used to. You don't want to be put out there. You don't want to, just don't try it. And most of us, myself included, we're just going to give up because we are not willing to try new waters. We're not willing to, put our hands in things that, we are not used to. And most times, most of those things might be very, very inconveniencing, and sometimes you don't want to try. You might even be shy about it. I'm telling you, this video, also talking to myself, be open to trying new things. Most of the time, the breakthrough that we are looking for, that new level that we are trying to get to, it could be anything. It could be, a new level of you getting, more income, new customers, new levels of content creation, whatever it is. Most times, the next level that you are thinking of getting to, sometimes the only way you can unlock it is if you go out of your comfort zone, you go out of those things that kind of you are already used to and just try a totally different thing. I'm going to put it in context. Let's say you've been making really scripted videos. See, I'm not going to see, there are just two ways to make money right now. You selling product, whether physical product or services, or you making content. Every other ways that people are going to propose to you making money online is all bullshit. The only way that has been proven to work 2026, today is the 20th of March, is if you have a product, a physical product. Let's say you are selling this phone. I said this computer right here. Or if you have a service, you are selling a growth course for people, or you are training the trainers, this kind of services. A lawn mowing service also a service. Or you are making content, which is you are sitting here. These are the only ways. So I'm going to be either making examples with content, or you having an e-commerce brand, or you having a service where you sell. See, if you don't get to the next level of your content, the thing that you have to do might be that you have to get out of your comfort zone. So the initial example I made was that you might be making scripted content. You getting out of your comfort zone might mean that you're just going to take your camera, walk to the street outside where there are hundreds of people, turn on your camera and begin to talk to them. Begin to talk to your camera, not caring who is looking at you, it's going to feel very, very awkward. But this is some of the extreme things that you might have to do. See, another thing that might be considered doing things differently is you have a shop, you've been sourcing a particular way, but you know that it's also a way to get goods if you walk up to people and ask them if they have that thing that you are trying to buy, which is you walk up to somebody and say, hey, I buy used computers, or I buy used laptops. Do you have laptops or computers that you no longer use? I might be interested. It's so awkward to do a thing like that. You will not be used to it. You feel shy. You feel people are going to reject you. That might be one thing that you might want to do differently. Your brain is going to try to discourage you. I'm telling you because I am also warming up myself, to do something different. The fact that I'm even wearing the Hardware Money pulley on the Hardware Flipper channel is already something different, something I would not normally do. I always like to keep the Hardware Money content to the Hardware Money channel and the Hardware Flipper channel, But right now, doing something different will also mean that, look, I do not care. You see, I'm not going to sit here and try to make sure that my lighting is the best. If I was actually, carrying this carton, I will remove it. I will be telling myself it shouldn't be in the frame. I don't want people to see that the basement is not so kept. I don't care. And this is also part of you doing something that you have never done before. I take a look at YouTube videos sometimes. You will be shocked the kind of videos that blow up. Sometimes you put in a lot of effort trying to polish your videos, make sure that the video looks so crisp. At the end of the day, you post it blank, 5 views, and you're kind of disappointed. But then you just make a casual, highly informationless video. And then the video goes ahead, blows up, 20,000 views, and people keep writing, oh, you are so authentic. And how it goes. That's on the lighter side. But I'm telling you guys, at the end of the day, please try your best. Try to take a bold step, a step that you have never taken before. It could be very, very inconveniencing. You might not find it, cool. It might be awkward. It might entail that you get out of your bed, your warm bed, Put yourself out there. Try something different, because at the end of the day, that might just be, the thing holding you back from the next level that you are trying to get to. I felt like making this video out of, the whole thing that I'm also passing through. Of course, if you are a reseller, you have a family, we pretty much have similar circumstances. You have to fight with time. You have to fight with the fact that inventories are not coming the way you want. You have to fight with the competition that has just refused to back down. But it is what it is. You have to fight with the fact that sometimes you list items they don't sell, all right? But then these are the things that might necessitate you sitting back and saying, you know what, I'm going to try something different. And that's which you seek. That might just be the thing that's going to unlock, that which you are currently seeking. If this video helps you, please do me a favor. Go down below and click on the like button. Consider subscribing to the channel. Until I see you again in the next one. Peace out.